Hello, boys and girls, and welcome back to Read to Me, Miss Tracy. I'm your host, Miss Tracy. Hello! It's been almost a whole new year since I've seen you last, and I cannot wait to introduce you to our new storytime friend. This one's alive. Her name's Tinkerbell, and she's my friend. Yeah, I love to read to her. And you know what? You can read to your pet at home too. They love it when you read to them. Yeah, they love it. Anytime you can spend with them. And thanks to my friends, Miss Lillian, who's in Mrs. Thurman's second grade class at Dewey International Studies Elementary School, and Miss Violet, who is in Mrs. Seaman's first grade class at Dewey International Studies. Hi, girls. They're my friends and my neighbors. They suggested that I read this book. So I am going to read the book. The true story of the three little pigs. Okay, you ready for our new story? Oh, wait a minute. Have you hit the like button? Please do. Don't hesitate to hit the like button. And most important, that little red button right there, the subscribe button. Okay, she's ready for the story. Let's get going. Ready? The True Story of the Three Little Pigs by A. Wolf. You may think you know the story of the three little pigs and the big bad wolf, but only one person knows the real story. That person is A. Wolf. His tale starts with the birthday cake for his dear old granny, a bad head cold and a bad reputation. It ends in the big house, the pig pen. What really happened when A. Wolf was at the door? Was it a historic pig out or a Mother Goose frame up? You read it. You decide. Jon Scieszka and Lane Smith combined their talents for the droll tales and provocative reporting to bring the true story of this much maligned figure to the public. Big and bad? Could be. Hilarious? Of course. Got this book checked out at the library. All right, here we go. I'll tell you what, Tinkerbell, you sit right there. There you go. Okay. Everybody knows the story of the three little pigs, or at least they think they do. But I'll let you in on a little secret. Nobody knows the real story because nobody has ever heard my side of the story. I'm the wolf, Alexander T. Wolf. You can call me Al. I don't know how this whole big bad wolf thing got started, but it's all wrong. Maybe it's because of our diet. Hey, it's not my fault wolves eat cute little animals like bunnies and sheep and pigs. Oh, good thing he didn't mention dogs, Tinkerbell. That's just the way we are. If cheeseburgers were cute, folks would probably think you were big and bad too. Well, I guess he's got a point there. But like I was saying, the whole big bad wolf thing is all wrong. The real story is about a sneeze, achoo, and a cup of sugar. Let's see what he wrote. Sneeze plus sugar equals... This is the real story. Way back in Once Upon a Time, I was making a birthday cake for my dear old granny. I had a terrible sneezing cold and I ran out of sugar. So I walked down the street to ask my neighbor for a cup of sugar. Now this neighbor was a pig. And he wasn't too bright either. He had built his whole house out of straw. Can you believe it? I mean, who in his right mind would build a house of straw? So, of course, the minute I knocked on the door, it fell right in. I didn't want to just walk into someone else's house, so I called, Little pig! Little pig! Is anyone home? Are you in? No answer. I was just about to go home without the cup of sugar for my dear old granny's birthday cake. That's when my nose started to itch. I felt a sneeze coming on. Well, I huffed, and I puffed, and I sneezed. Achoo! A great big sneeze. Oh my, look what happened to the house. Man, cover your mouth, Wolf. And you know what? That whole darn straw house fell down. And right in the middle of a pile of straw was the first little pig, dead as a doornail. He had been home the whole time. Aw, poor little pig. It seemed like a shame to leave a perfectly good ham dinner lying there in the straw, so I ate it up. Think of it as a big cheeseburger just lying there. Would you eat a cheeseburger on the ground? I was feeling a little better, but I still didn't have my cup of sugar. So I went to the next neighbor's house. This neighbor was the first little pig's brother. He was a little smarter, but not much. He had built his house of sticks. Okay. Well, I rang the doorbell on the stick house. Nobody answered. I called, Mr. Pig! Mr. Pig, are you in? He yelled back, Go away, Wolf! You can't come in. I'm shaving hairs on my chin. I had just grabbed the doorknob when I felt another sneeze coming on. I huffed, and I snuffed, and I tried to cover my mouth, but I sneezed a great sneeze. Achoo! And you're not going to believe it, but this guy's house fell down just like his brother's. When the dust cleared, there was the second little pig, dead as a doornail. Wolf's honor. Do you believe the wolf? I don't. Now, you know food will spoil if you just leave it out in the open, so I did the only thing there was to do. I had dinner again. Think of it as a second helping. I was getting awfully full. Look at his pants. His pants are almost too small to cover his belly. But I still didn't have my cup of sugar. Oh, for my dear old granny's birthday cake. This guy was so I went to the next house. So this guy was the first and second little pig's brother. He must have been the brains of the family because he had built his house of bricks, just like Tinkerbell and Miss Tracy's house. I knocked on the brick house. No answer. I called, Mr. Pig, are you in? And do you know what that rude little porker answered? Get out of here, Wolf! Don't bother me again! Well, I think he meant it too. Talk about impolite. He probably had a whole sack full of sugar, and he wouldn't give me even one little cup for my dear, sweet old granny's birthday cake. What a pig! I was just about to go home and maybe make a nice birthday card instead of a cake when I felt my cold coming on. I huffed, and I puffed, and I huffed, and I puffed, and I sneezed once again. Yahoo! Then the third little pig yelled, and your old granny can sit on a pen. Ooh, now, I don't know about you, but if you talk about my granny like that, we're going to have some problems. Now, I'm usually a pretty calm fellow, but when somebody talks about my granny like that, I go a little crazy. when the cops drove up. Of course, I was trying to break down this pig's door, and the whole time I was huffing and puffing and sneezing, achoo, and making a real scene. The rest, as they say, is history. The news reporters found out about the 2 pigs I had for dinner, and they figured the sick guy going to borrow a cup of sugar didn't sound very exciting. So they jazzed up the story with all of that huff and puff and blow your house down jazz, and they made me the big bad wolf. That's it. The real story. I was framed, I tell you. But maybe you could loan me a cup of sugar. Don't do it! That was the true story of the 3 little pigs by A. Wolf. Well, as told by Jon Scieszka and illustrated by Lane Smith. You know, the illustrator is the person who draws the story. So, how'd you like it? Hope your thumbs up. Definitely not thumbs down. Let me know in the comments, just like our friends Lillian and Violet. I'm so glad you guys, I'm glad you guys, because I like this story. I'm glad you guys said, Miss Tracy, read that story to me. Yeah, I'll do that for you too, okay? And hello to Mrs. Thurman and Mrs. Siemens class at Dewey International Studies. I love reading stories. I love having my library card. Please be sure to buy the books. After you read them at the library, check them out, return them in good condition. And if you really, really like it, go to your local bookstore and buy the book and read it to your pet, right, Tinkerbell? Or read it to your mom, dad, or anybody who loves to read stories, just like Miss Tracy does. Okay, don't forget to give yourself a hug every day and tell yourself how much you matter. Even if nobody's there, give you a hug. That's why your arms are that long, right? Just hug yourself. Right. Okay, one more thing. See you later, alligator, in a wild crocodile. Give a hug, ladybug, blow a kiss, jellyfish. See you soon, big baboon, out the door, dinosaur. Take care, polar bear, wave goodbye, butterfly. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Read to Me Miss Tracy channel. And send me a message. Read to me, Miss Tracy at gmail.com, and I will be happy to read a story and give you a shout out as well. Thanks a lot for reading with me. Take care.